Okay, so here's our vehicle for the day. We're installing an HD4 MBX 4G with 2 Mobility 40G antennas for mobile for Medical Teams International. You guys have 13
13
buses. And what's your scope? How far do you cover?
We cover all of Washington State and Oregon.
Wow, that's crazy. 13 vehicles. And you provide completely free services?
Completely free. Yep.
That's amazing. And so you've been using a cradle point?
Yeah, cradle point.
And
with one Verizon card.
And how's that been working for you?
It's been it hasn't been working great. We don't have the antenna on the outside. There's only one SIM card in it, and you know, if you're in the city, most of the time it works, but in rural areas, it's yeah, it just doesn't cut it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this cradle point with an HD4 MBX 4G. We're going to install 2 high gain antennas on the roof. That way the antennas are moved out of the cabinet for better coverage in the rural areas.
Nice.
So perfect. So show me about this vehicle. What do we have here?
Up front here we have a dental operatory. There's also one in the back. We have, usually in both operatories, we have a computer for viewing x-rays. And in the center computer, we have a medical record system where we can keep...
And that's right here, right?
Yeah, and that's where we can keep the dental records. It's actually a cloud-based system called eClinicalWorks. And yeah, so we can do a complete dental clinic. We also do some medical stuff too as well.
And then we have another one back here, right?
Yeah, another one back there.
So that's the second unit. So you can see two patients actively at the same time.
Actively
here.
at the same time.
And then you have 13 vehicles now. Are they all dental or?
All except one, I think.
Well, let's get started with this install. Okay, so I've removed the cradle point. I created a little pilot hole and I cleared out my 44 millimeter. Took my drill bit and just tapped up there to find the roof to make sure there was nothing up there. And then I drilled a pilot hole on the roof. So now I'm gonna go check the roof and see where I am and get that set up for the box. Okay, so we got our tape and our box set up with the silicone. And so I'm gonna mount this on the roof right up there. Okay, so you can see the box is now installed. And you got my silicone, or my 3M tape right there. So now I don't have to worry about silicone leaking down, and I don't have to worry about water leaking in. So I'm using the silicone down to the roof, or this 3M tape. And then I've got my self-leveling silicone, and I'll add an extra bead around to the outside of this. Okay, so now we've got our MBX HD4 4G installed. That's gonna be 4 Cat12 modems. So they opted for AT&T and T-Mobile, or AT&T and Verizon. So we see our AT&T and Verizon are connected, and our cable's going up to the roof.
Hi, my name is Jill. I'm a program manager in Oregon for Medical Teams International. And we have 13 vans that we use for mobile healthcare, mostly focusing on emergency dental and then some A1C, blood pressure, and mental health screenings. This device is so amazing for us because we go to lots of rural areas. We help fill in the gaps where the major healthcare companies don't and can't get to, so they send in our mobile units, and so we need internet. We're down if we don't have internet, and this allows us to serve people in many, many different areas throughout Oregon.
Serve a lot more patients and go to a lot more locations.
Thank you, PepLink, for helping us get connected. Thank you.